The Netziv, in his commentary, actually in the introduction to his commentary, called the Emek Davar, the deep thing, he refers to the Torah, entire Torah, as a song. He speaks about the Torah being not only a song, but a particular type of a song. He calls it a ballad. He calls it a story, a kafri, a, how would we call it? Like a country ballad. I don't want to call it a country song like country western music, but a song with a story. And he describes the Torah as that type of a song. And he says that in that type of a song, there are three possible parties involved. There is the writer of the song, there's the person who knows the story and has chosen the words and the melody to tell the story in a particular way. Why a particular word or a name is used in a particular place, why a particular person is called both a young, an old, or a child, man, woman, whatever, and we're referring to the same person. It's only if you know the story that you understand why those particular words are being used. Also, in the melody is very important. Sometimes the story sounds like something sad, and yet the melody is happy, and the opposite. This phenomenon is existent in other cultures. We find many cultures that have a history that is laid down in some form, whether it's written or pictorial words or pictures, and a tune and a particular segment of the population, whether it's the priest or the shaman or whoever it is, who is given the job of remembering the history and reading the history. I'm sure you can look it up in the Alaskan tribes and in the southern tribes, American Indians, all these ancient peoples have this mode of transmitting. Guess what? So do we. Listen. This is the beginning of the book of Exodus, which we start this week. V'ye'ele shemos b'nei Yisrael habaim Mitzrayma es Yaakov ish u'beiso ba'u. These are the names of the children of Israel who came to Egypt with Yaakov, our forefather. Each man with his household, they came to Egypt. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, v'Yehuda, Yisachar, Zvulun, u'Binyamin, Dan, v'Naftali, Gad, v'Asher, Vayehi, Kol Nefesh, Yotzei Yerech, Yaakov, Shivim, Nefesh, v'Yosef, Haya, b'Mitzrayim. These are the names of each of the tribes. The 12 tribes are listed, minus Joseph. It then tells us that all of the offspring, direct offspring of Yaakov, who came to Egypt, who eventually would become heads of households that would leave Egypt and go back to Israel and inherit the land, the number that came from him personally was 70. Vayamas Yosef v'chol echav v'chol hador hahu. Joseph and all of the brothers, the entire generation, dies. Uvenei Yisrael paru v'yishritzu v'yirbu v'yatzmu b'mod me'od v'timalei ha'aretz oisom. And the Jews were very fruitful and multiplied and filled the land. Vayakam melech chadash al Mitzrayim asher lo yada es Yosef. And a new king arises who does not know Joseph, supposedly, or chooses not to know Joseph. Vayomer el amo hinei am b'nei Yisrael rav v'atzum mimenu hava nischakma lo pen yirbe v'haya ki tikrena milchama v'naisaf gamhu al sonenu v'nilcham banu v'ala min haaretz. So this new leader says, we got to come up with a plan. nischakma. Let's be smart. Let's do something. You see, this was not a monarchy, we're told by the Malbim and other commentators. This was a constitutional republic, a monarchy with a king, but governed, bottom line, by a constitution with laws. So he couldn't just do what he wanted to do. But we have to do something. These Jews are going to be powerful. They're going to become a fifth column. If there's a war, they're going to join our enemies, and we're going to lose. We're going to be pushed out of our own land. Vayasimu alav sarei misim leman anoso b'siv loisom vayiven arei miskenos leparo es pison ve'es ramses. So the first thing he does is he puts us under taxes and to cause us extra work and burden so that we would not have time to think. And we build for him cities, Pitom and Ramses. V'kasher ya'anu also kain yirbeh v'chein yifrotz v'yakutzu mipnei b'nei Yisrael. And the more they tortured us, the more we prospered. Unfortunately, it seems that is the pattern. It's only under pressure that we grow. Like I heard a Rav recently, I'll remember his name soon, speak about how crustaceans grow and that they fill up their shell and then they can't grow anymore. They become very uncomfortable, he termed it. And then they have to shed their exoskeleton, they have to shed their skin and grow a new skin. During the time when they're without a skin, they're very vulnerable. But that's the only way to grow, is to become uncomfortable and then to shed the skin. I guess this is the prototype. V'kasher yanu also ken yirbeh v'chen yifrotz. As much as they pressed us and pressured us, that's how much we spread out and became successful. Vayakutzu mipnei b'nei Yisrael. And they were nauseous because of us. We made them nauseous. The people of Egypt, they couldn't stand the sight of a Jew. Sound familiar? Vayavidu Mitzrayim es b'nei Yisrael b'forech, and they worked us terribly. In the beginning, it was a patriotic tax effort for everyone. Then everyone else withdrew, and it was only the Jews. And then it was forced, and then there was quotas, and then there was beatings if we didn't meet the quotas, and all different types of tortures. Which, if you're really interested, you should take out a Haggadah from Pesach, the Passover Haggadah, and read it. There's a lot of stuff in there. Vayimareru es chayehem ba'avodah kasha b'chomer u'v'levenim u'v'chol avodah b'sadeh es kol avodosam asher avdu b'hem b'forech. Here's one of those instances where the tune of the song contradicts the apparent meaning of the words. V'yimareru es chayehem. That's an upbeat tune. Kadma v'azla, going up in strength. And yet it means, translated, and they embittered our lives. They embittered our lives. Yay! Why is that an upbeat tune? So I was told by one of my rebbeim, and I think he by his rebbe was mentioned, that we were supposed to be in Egypt for 400 years. In the end, we got off with 210 years. How? Why? Why did we leave 190 years early? Because they made us work overtime. V'yimareru es chayehem. If all those generations, if I knew that by working overtime I could spare my children another 190 years of labor, wouldn't I do it? Come on. Vayomer melech Mitzrayim lamiyaldos ha'ivrios asher shem ha'achas shifra v'shem ha'shenis puah. So the king of Egypt begins a conspiracy. See? You needed conspiracy theorists all the way back then. And he went to the midwives, those who were in charge of birthing all of the Jews, and he said to them, listen, we got a problem. It's a population problem, and you're going to join in the patriotic effort. And if you see a female child being born, so leave that alone. She'll join the ranks of all the Egyptian females, and we'll marry them, and we'll have Egyptian children from the females. But the boys, we got to kill the boys. If you see a male child being born, kill it. We'll figure out there's some kind of a disease. Male children don't survive very well in this. Whatever, we'll figure out something, but you got to kill all the boys. One of the names was Shifra, and one of the names was Pua. We're told later that these are the mother and sister of Moshe Rabbeinu, Yocheved and Miriam. Vayomer biyaledchen es ha'ivrios uriisen al ha'ovnayim im beinhu v'hamiten oso v'im basi v'chayo. When the women are giving birth and you see they are squatting on the stone, on the place where they would give birth, then, not stone, I'm sorry, ovnayim is the birth stool. If it's a boy, kill it. If it's a girl, let it live. Vatireno hamiyoldos eso Elohim v'lo asu kasher diber aleihen melech Mitzrayim vatechayeno es hayelodim. And the midwives feared God more than they did Paro, and they allowed the children to live.